The POD Roadmap community is a weekly coaching membership by Cassiy Johnson, an Etsy seller who's done over $1 million in print on demand sales and built a YouTube channel with 226,000 plus subscribers. The 90-day challenge costs just $59 monthly at the early launch price or $499 annually. It includes weekly live listing reviews, weekly training calls, monthly trend reports, a bestseller design guide, and 2 custom AI assistants. But Etsy Print on Demand is one of the most saturated marketplaces in e-commerce, with over 10 million active sellers competing for buyer attention. And the reality is that most new sellers spend months listing products before generating consistent sales, with per item profit margins that are often just a few dollars after fees. I've been making money online for the better half of a decade now. It's enabled me to pursue my dream of traveling and living around the world. I've experimented with many models, but my favorite online opportunity for most people is digital leasing because it can be done from anywhere, has high earnings potential, and enables you to make passive income. On this channel, I review the different trending online business models so you're equipped with the knowledge to choose a business model that's optimal for your goals. Today, I'm going to be discussing the POD Roadmap community and the Etsy print on demand business model that it teaches. I'll discuss what the community offers, look at what real students are saying, and break down the business model in real terms based on my own knowledge and personal experiences. The 90-day challenge is structured as a 12-week roadmap, starting with a prep week before, where members choose one of 9 profitable evergreen niches identified by Cassiy and her team. Week 1 through 4 focus on listing efficiently using design and listing templates, plus learning proven trending design styles. Weeks 5 through 8 focus on standing out in crowded niches without copying competitors, building a personal library of designs that can be applied across multiple niches. Weeks 9 through 12 focus on optimizing, scaling, and A/B testing to double down on what's working rather than guessing. Members get weekly live listing review calls where you submit your actual shop listings for live feedback, weekly live coaching and training calls that build into an always current course library, monthly trend reports with application videos showing what's selling right now, a continuously updated bestseller design guide, 2 custom GPTs, one for generating sayings that add genuine value to a niche, and one for writing listing SEO, plus listing challenges and community support from 6-figure coaches and fellow members. Cassiy Johnson's background is notable. She started designing t-shirts on her phone in 2020 while furloughed from a job with no design background or formal training. Within a year and a half, her Etsy income surpassed her previous salary. She has done over $1 million in Etsy sales using Printify for fulfillment, been featured in Business Insider and CNBC, and helped thousands of students through her content and previous course offerings. Now, in terms of third-party reviews on platforms like Trustpilot, I couldn't find any there, but I did find some opinions on Reddit. Obviously, there's a lot of negativity around online courses. People are always wondering if it's worth getting the online course. So mostly in here, there's people just kind of saying it's never worth it to get the online course. It's a big ripoff. But I did find that one person says they do credit their SEO doing well to what they learned from her for free. So ultimately, she does have success and clearly knows what she's talking about. Does that mean the course is worth it? I can't say yes or no to that for sure, but we do know that she is providing value to her students and viewers. Now let's break down what the Etsy print on demand business model actually involves in real terms. So Etsy print on demand, maybe you know this already, works by creating designs, uploading them to products like t-shirts, mugs, and home goods through a fulfillment partner like Printify, and listing them for sale on your Etsy shop. When a customer buys, the fulfillment partner prints and ships the item directly to them. You never touch physical inventory. Your profit is the difference between your listed price and the combined cost of the blank product, printing, Etsy fees, and any advertising spend. The first reality here is that Etsy is an extremely saturated marketplace with over 10 million active sellers. Etsy markets itself heavily and continues growing its buyer base, which creates a real opportunity, but that same growth attracts an enormous amount of seller competition. Standing out in popular niches requires either genuinely differentiated designs or aggressive SEO and advertising spend, both of which take time and skill to execute well. The community structure addressing this through niche selection and ongoing trend reports is a reasonable response to the saturation problem, but it doesn't eliminate the underlying competitive intensity of this marketplace itself. On top of that, the per item profit margins in POD are thin in general. A t-shirt selling for $20 to $25 on Etsy typically nets you somewhere between $5 and $10 after the cost of the blank t-shirt, Printify's printing fee, Etsy listing and transaction fees, and payment processing. And if you want to give your customer free shipping, add that on there as well. That cuts down on the profits. If you run Etsy ads to drive traffic, that further decompresses your margin. To generate $3,000 in monthly profit, depending on your margin per item, you typically need 300 to 600 sales monthly. Building to that sales volume requires either a very large catalog of listings or a smaller number of generally high performing bestsellers, both of which take sustained effort to develop. Listing volume and consistency with posting are required before momentum builds. The structure of the 9-day program: prep week followed by listing focus weeks followed by scaling weeks reflects an accurate understanding of how Etsy SEO and algorithm favor works. New shops generally need a meaningful number of listings before Etsy's search algorithm has enough signal to favor your shop in relevant searches. This means the first weeks of POD effort involve significant design and listing work before sales volume materializes, regardless of which specific niche or strategy you choose. And the thing is that designing products that actually sell nowadays requires creative skill, and that takes time to develop. The program includes templates, a bestseller design guide, and AI assistants to help generate sayings and write SEO copy, which can genuinely reduce the blank page problem many beginners face. But knowing which specific phrases, image, or style will resonate in a given niche and convert browsers into buyers is a skill built through testing, observing results, and iterating. Even with strong tools and guidance, this takes weeks or months of trial and error to develop intuition for. Then there's the fact that trends shift, requiring ongoing adaptation, not just one-time setup. Etsy buyer behavior and trending design styles change seasonally and year to year. A niche or design style that performs well today may decline in 6 months. The monthly trend report included in the community directly addresses this by keeping members current, which is a genuine advantage over a static course that goes out of date. But it also means that succeeding in POD on an ongoing basis requires continuous monitoring and adaptation rather than a single setup phase after which the business runs on autopilot. Now, in my personal opinion, print on demand with Etsy at this point is just trying to compete in a highly saturated marketplace with relatively thin profit margins. I think that there's better opportunities to go after at this point. And my personal favorite online income opportunity is local SEO lead generation, also called digital leasing, because it has high profit potential, relatively low competition compared to the other online business models, and passive income potential. You can actually make passive income online with this model because of how it's structured. With this business model, you set up simple websites that attract customers for local service business owners and sell the leads, the marketing results, to real local service business owners for between $500 and $3,000 per month per website. The idea as a beginner is that you target low competition markets, typically cities with populations between 50 to maybe 150,000 people. And you look for home service niches in those cities like plumbing, electrical work, roofing, stuff like that, where you can rank a website on the first page of Google in a matter of a few months. These websites typically cost a few $100s to build and rank on the first page of Google in low competition markets, after which they can require minimum ongoing cost and maintenance. The base cost of these websites is just $20 to $30 per month for one, a call tracking phone number so that you can receive the leads, you can receive the phone calls from the customers and forward them directly to your local business partner, and two, website hosting so that you can have your website appear on the internet. And the best part is that once one of these websites is ranked in a low competition market, it can actually remain ranking long term with minimum ongoing maintenance on your end. That means that you can make passive income online. With that extra time, you can focus on scaling your business. Imagine a business with 10, 20, or even 30 websites, each making $500 to $3,000 per month. That's some serious online income potential. You're building a portfolio of online assets, of digital assets. If you want to learn more about local SEO lead generation, check out the link in the description. If this review was helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment with your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.